Hey guys, welcome to this week's Hot or Not Thursday. Today we are going to go through a large assortment of makeup from Becca Cosmetics. I have been using this line for years and years and years. We're doing this kind of favorites and hate it style where because it's not just one item and we're going through a ton of product, I do have some that I don't necessarily hate, but I wouldn't repurchase and they aren't my first pick or first recommendation. Becca Highlighters are absolutely incredible. I have been a big fan of the formulation for a very long time, and then Jaclyn Hill hopped on board and did this insane collaboration, and she just really hit the perfect color for every skin tone. This is super flattering. This is champagne pop, and it did not disappoint. I mean, this is just so crazy beautiful. You know, the whole highlight on fleek hashtag that is just everywhere you turn with highlight right now that she started. I think she started through Snapchat, but yeah, oh my gosh. That's my highlight on fleek. Cheeks, eyes, Cupid's bow, down the nose. I'm really happy that I have this. So it is definitely top shelf material, and I am reaching for this one a ton right now. The other one that I've used to death is, of course, Opal, which, I mean, we can see. A little goes a long way. I've had this forever. By the way, yes, these are expensive, but because you're using such a tiny amount, and I mean like tiny, I only use a fan brush and I literally like and you go down the cheeks, you have a little leftover for the nose. You're barely using any product. It is a challenge to get through one of these before it would go bad. So you definitely get your money's worth. My favorite two for the press right now, again, Champagne Pop and Opal. And then, you know, the Rose Gold and Topaz. These ones were sent to me and they're a little bit dark for me, for my skin tone and for what I particularly like. I don't really like rose gold highlight personally. I will wear this on my eyes. But the formulation, if you like this color, it is spot on. It's a great formula. And Topaz is, again, just very bronzy. Deeper skin tones are going to do really well with this one. Any of the Skin Perfectors liquid poured or pressed, amazing. Speaking of the liquid, my favorite is Moonstone, and then I also have Opal, and I use these on the body as well. I do not just limit my highlighting to my face. I will sneak in a pump of this with my moisturizer. I will add a little extra glow on my shoulders, on my décolleté. I love highlight. I don't want my face just to be strobed. I just want to be like one big strobe of beaming light. I think that is the goal. Okay, this little guy, this is my miniature Opal from Holiday. And now I have the large one as well. These, again, I've been using this guy for so long and I'm not even halfway through the bottle. Okay, out of these two, I have Moonstone and Pearl. Pearl is really kind of a stark white icy highlight. If you are into that, then you will love this. The poured highlighters are fantastic. This one I really love. This is Moonstone. It essentially is the same thing as the liquid. It just depends on how you want to apply the product. You're going to end up with a very similar effect, but some people just find applying the cream with their fingertip, patting it on the areas they want to highlight a little bit more convenient than actually working with a liquid, but you are ultimately going to end up with a very similar thing. So it's really just up to the intensity and how you want to apply it. I personally prefer the liquid. Probably because I think I'm J-Lo, even though I'm totally just a white girl, but I want to glow. I like the liquid. I feel like it's a little more versatile for body and face. If you are someone that just wants a little bit of highlight on the face and you like the cream, then the poured will be really nice. I have two of the beach tints from Becca. I believe they have 5 in total. And the texture on these is really, it's intense. Very foamy and airy, and like you just pat your finger in here and you have enough pigment to kind of pat on the cheeks. I am wearing this today in the shade Lychee Opal, and basically what this is their Shimmering Skin Perfector and then one of their beach tints kind of combined. So you are getting the best of both. You are getting a tint and you are getting a little bit of shimmer. This would be like the perfect on-the-go mascara, gloss, a little bit of, you know, something on the cheeks that has a highlighter built in, and you are good to go. So this is a great kind of fuss-free product. It looks beautiful on the cheeks. It sits really, really nicely on the cheeks. But I'm more of a bronze, highlight, sculpt, highlight some more. Like I like to take my individual steps, but again, if I was doing like a 5-minute face, this is an excellent product. I have one of their mineral foundations, and if you have been watching my channel for a really long time, then you remember when I purchased this at Sephora in Vegas. This is in the shade Tan. I can only use this, of course, when I have a self-tanner on, and whenever I wear this, people are like, how do you have no pores? What's going on with your skin? Like, can I touch it? Like, are you kidding me? Where are your pores? So this is like one of those products that really will make your skin look so flawless. I love this. I have an issue when I wear pressed mineral makeup too often. My skin does become a little bit congested. That's just because I have really deep oil glands. That's what a dermatologist told me. Anyway, so I only wear this very sparingly when I want my skin to look like, yes, perfect skin. I will totally reach for this. And I recommend it to those of you that do not have an issue with pressed minerals. But oh my gosh, amazing. I'm not getting rid of it. I will still sneak it in when I can. Just a fantastic pressed mineral foundation that gives you coverage and makes your skin look so perfect. Something that I can wear with zero breakouts. It's really funny. My skin is so finicky, and I'm finally at a place where I really understand, like, oh, that works for me. Oh, there's something in there that does not. This one is mineral based, I believe. This is the Shadow and Light Bronze Contour Perfector. This I can wear all day, every day. It doesn't break me out. It sits on the skin beautifully. You have one side that is a little bit lighter and more shimmery. You have the other side that is more your contour. Still has a little bit of a sheen to it, but this is a beautiful compact. I like to take a giant brush like this, and I just get in there, both sides, swirl it around evenly, kind of tap off some of the excess, and I will then just go around the perimeter of the face, and it gives you a really beautiful, just nice tan look to the skin without being too orange or intense or shimmery. It just has a way of looking really, really natural. So I absolutely adore this compact. Top shelf. I need to show you guys my top shelf, like all the things that I every single day am like lusting over makeup wise. I also have a primer from Becca. Now there are 3 face primers from Becca. There's a pore perfecting and blurring primer. There is more of an illuminating primer, and then there is an oil control. I have talked about this product so many times on my channel. I use this around my nose or around any oily, messy kind of areas on my skin if I know I'm going to be sweating in humidity, or if I know that I'm just going to, you know, be oily that day and my skin is kind of out of whack. I still reach for this. It is silicone free. The texture on it is really beautiful. It kind of comes out like a cream, and then it just kind of blends right in. It's just a fantastic primer. I bought this in New York when I was out there for IMATS, I believe 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, it's probably time for a new bottle. But I love this product when you are doing the type of makeup that really needs to hold into place. And if you are combination skin, you can definitely use this on your more oily areas and then use a different primer or no primer elsewhere. You don't have to put this all over your face. This is the Bronzing Skin Perfector. Not my favorite. It's not my favorite just because it dries down to a powder. If you're not putting anything on top of it and you're not doing a lot of makeup, this is a beautiful, beautiful color, but it is a bit tough to blend. At least I found it kind of tough to blend. I did also get the Luminous Body Perfecting Mousse, and this is in Palm Beach. This reminds me a lot of the Perfect Body Gel, and it is very whipped, and it kind of has that blur type silicone feel to it, the way a blurring primer does, and it just smooths on the skin really beautiful. It has a little bit of a reddish undertone, so if you like that type of a tan look to your skin, you're really, really gonna love this. And the luminosity, of course, it's a Becca product, so it's gonna be like the perfect amount of glow, and I wore this didn't wash it off, went to bed, woke up the next morning, was out getting coffee, and I like looked at my arm and I was like, oh my God, like there is still like color and shimmer here. So even though this is a temporary color boosting product, it does stay on like until you wash it off, and it blends in really, really quickly. So this is a really hot product if you like this type of a deal. I love it because I don't always have time to self tan. I don't always like to do the whole self tan thing, but sometimes if I'm wearing a strapless dress or tank top, like my arms are just like, oh my gosh, I need a little bit of color here. So this is just perfect for that situation. Moving on to probably, aside from the Shimmering Skin Perfectors, my favorites from the Becca line that I feel like people do not talk about this enough, but these are two palettes that are amazing. There was only one for the longest time, which was the Ombre Nudes palette, and it was just a very cool toned palette. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes exclusively today. I'm not wearing anything but this on my eyes, and it is a gorgeous palette. I travel with this one a lot just because it is simple, easy to blend, the pigment is just right, and it's kind of a no-brainer. You have everything you need in color order here, and it's just like really easy to work with. Nice big mirror in there as well. Now they just launched a more warm toned little number. Why are you not, why? This is newer packaging and it doesn't have the thing on the back, so I don't know what this one is called. But I will put that in the info box below. They only have two palettes, so it shouldn't be too confusing. One's warm, one's cool, but the texture and the blendability and these are just such sophisticated, beautiful shadows. If you are looking to invest in a matte everyday palette that you will use a lot, these are great. If you are the type of person that loves cream blushes, you will really love the formula on this. This is the Beach Tint, and it is just like so super pigmented, very easy to blend. It almost has like a fluffy but glossy feel at the same time, and I actually really like this just patted on the lips. It is almost matte, but not really. It just gives you like this particular look that I can't even really describe. It's just really, really pretty. This is in lychee, and this is just, it's gorgeous. That's like a pretty intense overview of the line. Becca is definitely, like, if I had a top 10 brands like of life, it is in the top 10. It might even be in the top 5. I use Becca products every single day of my life. Such a huge fan. I hope you guys enjoyed this rundown of so much stuff. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I hope you guys are having a good one. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you next time. Mwah.